Everyone knows about Superman, the godfather of all superheroes. Even people who may not know other superheroes recognize Superman. To replicate this popularity, Marvel Comics also created some superheroes inspired by Superman, the most famous being Sentry. Created by Stan Lee, Sentry was given so many powers that writing stories for him became challenging. Sentry possesses the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. But how much truth is there to this? Did Marvel truly create a superhero even more powerful than Superman? In today's video, we will explore this very question. First, we'll compare the normal versions of Superman and Sentry, and then move on to comparing their most powerful versions. So make sure you watch the video till the end. Let's first talk about Sentry. Sentry was introduced in Marvel Comics in 2000, but his backstory goes back to the 1960s. A man named Robert Reynolds, who was an addict, stumbled into a professor's lab and drank the Golden Sentry serum, mistaking it for alcohol. This serum transformed him into Sentry. Now, what exactly is this Golden Sentry serum? It's actually an upgraded version of the Super Soldier Serum, the same serum that was initially given to Captain America, but 1,000 times more potent. Though Robert Bob Reynolds was initially a drug addict, after gaining these powers, he decided to use them for the greater good. From the 1960s to the 1970s, Sentry collaborated with superheroes like Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange, and Hulk, building strong friendships with them. However, Bob had a dark side too, an evil persona known as the Void. Bob was suffering from something like multiple personality disorder, which later led him to become schizophrenic. He had 3 different personalities. First, Bob himself. Second, the superhero Sentry. And third, his evil persona, the Void. At one point, Void went completely out of control and severely damaged Sentry's reputation by killing millions of innocent people. This left Bob devastated, and he wanted to give up his superhero life to lead a simple life, as he realized that for every life he saved, the Void would end up taking many more. With Doctor Strange's help, he cast a spell to make everyone forget both Sentry and Void, similar to what Spider-Man did at the end of Spider-Man: No Way Home, making the entire world forget about Sentry. However, Sentry returned in Marvel Comics in 2000, believing he had managed to control Void, but Void was always lurking, never allowing Sentry any peace. Thanks to the Golden Sentry serum, Sentry gained countless extraordinary abilities that made him literally the most powerful superhero on Earth. Sentry's strength is so immense that he can tear through gods, and he even managed to destroy Carnage. He can travel at the speed of light, and in terms of durability, he survived punches from World War Hulk, a feat only Sentry has accomplished. And we all know just how powerful World War Hulk is. Sentry even survived a blast from Molecule Man, which has the potential to destroy planets. No weapon on Earth can harm Sentry, and he has even survived black holes and the sun. Sentry is immortal and cannot truly be killed. Although he can technically die, he can heal himself at an atomic level. His healing factor is even faster than that of Hulk and Wolverine. Sentry can survive without food and air, and he can shoot powerful energy blasts from his eyes, which can damage Hulk's skin. While Sentry has secondary powers, his main abilities are molecular and energy manipulation, from which he derives all his other powers. He can break things down into atoms and reassemble them without touching them. This power became evident when he fought and defeated Molecule Man, the very being who led to Dr. Doom becoming God Emperor Doom. Sentry also possesses abilities like telekinesis, teleportation, telepathy, and even limited reality manipulation. It's said that Sentry can gain any power if he practices it, but a notable weakness is his inability to fully control his powers or use them effectively. For instance, after his wife died, he managed to bring her back to life, but when asked how, Sentry admitted he didn't know. His mind is constantly struggling with Void, which makes him susceptible to losing control. Additionally, Chi energy and antimatter are known weaknesses for Sentry. Just as Superman's weakness is kryptonite, Sentry also has specific vulnerabilities. Now, enough about Sentry. Let's talk about Superman. We all know Superman's origin, so let's focus on his powers. Superman once pulled pieces of the moon with his strength and held the weight of Earth for 5 days straight. He has even held a black hole in his hands and safely removed it from Earth. Superman's punches are so powerful that when he struck Brainiac, every version of Brainiac across the multiverse felt it. I'm not sure exactly how, but it's been explained as a form of reality manipulation. Superman can slightly alter reality with his punches. Just to clarify, I'm talking about post-crisis Superman here, not pre-crisis Superman. Pre-crisis Superman was so powerful that he could destroy planets with a sneeze and move entire galaxies. Here, we're focusing on the version of Superman from Crisis on Infinite Earths onward, including New 52, Rebirth, and the present Superman. These are all collectively considered post-crisis Superman. In one punch, Superman managed to knock out a multiversal god, the World Forger, who has the power to create and destroy entire multiverses. Superman can easily fly faster than the speed of light, and we all know he's as fast as Flash. His reflexes are among the best in the entire universe. Talking about durability, Superman has survived everything from black holes to the Big Bang itself. Superman has survived attacks powerful enough to destroy planets. He has withstood Darkseid's Omega beams, which have the potential to knock out superheroes like Wonder Woman. Superman's heat vision and freeze breath are extremely powerful, and he's also skilled in Kryptonian martial arts. In addition, Superman is highly intelligent. He's created numerous inventions and weapons in his Fortress of Solitude. Now, with both their powers discussed, let's get into the comparison. Strength and durability. In his Golden Sentry form, Sentry's greatest feat of strength is stopping World War Hulk, who had defeated the majority of Earth's superheroes, including the X-Men, Professor X, and Doctor Strange. Sentry exhausted all his power in this battle, eventually reverting back to his Bob persona. In terms of strength feats, Golden Sentry has also torn apart gods like Ares and symbiotes like Carnage. He's fought Thor to a standstill and has repeatedly overpowered the Avengers. Recently, Golden Sentry even destroyed a Celestial by flying through its body. Aside from this, Sentry has showcased numerous other feats, but most of them are in his Void form, Merged Sentry, or Death Seed Sentry form, each significantly more powerful than his normal state. We'll discuss those forms when comparing their most powerful versions. We'll compare their versions later, but I've already shared Sentry's strongest feats with you. Now let's talk about Superman's strength feats. Superman has casually lifted the Earth, destroyed the moon, and knocked out the multiversal god World Forger, who is thousands of times more powerful than a Celestial. He's held black holes in his hands and defeated the entire Justice League, including Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern, at once. Superman has survived nuclear bombs, and even when weakened by kryptonite, he survived a nuclear attack. I could list Superman's feats for 20 minutes, but I think you get the idea. Superman has superior feats in strength, speed, and durability compared to Golden Sentry. However, Sentry has some additional abilities that could give him an advantage over Superman, such as matter manipulation. Sentry has defeated Molecule Man using this ability, so could it work on Superman? The answer is no. In Doomsday Clock, it was proven that reality and molecular manipulation powers don't work on Superman. Dr. Manhattan tried extensively to erase Superman's history, but it didn't work. It was as if the universe was protecting Superman. Even Mr. Meswizpluk, a fifth-dimensional imp with multiversal reality warping powers, cannot directly affect Superman. Therefore, even Sentry's most powerful ability wouldn't give him an edge over Superman. Sentry's control over his powers is not perfect, and his lack of experience in utilizing them to their full potential makes it uncertain whether he could use such abilities effectively in an instant to defeat Superman. To truly defeat Superman, Sentry would need to unleash all of his powers. However, whenever Sentry uses his powers to the extreme, he often transforms into the Void, which is an even more powerful and destructive form. Now, comparing Void directly to Superman isn't a fair comparison, since Void is a separate, much stronger entity created from Sentry's own powers. If we consider Sentry's most powerful form, we must also consider Superman's most powerful form. The most powerful version of Sentry is his merged Sentry form, but we have very few feats from that form. Therefore, we'll include feats from Void, Deathseed Sentry, and Merged Sentry together for a more complete picture. In his Void form, Sentry destroyed Asgard, killed Loki, tore apart Ares, and became nearly unstoppable. When Bob, Sentry's human form, realized the massive destruction Void had caused, he asked Thor to kill him. Thor was able to kill Void, but it's important to note that Sentry wanted to die in that moment, which allowed Thor to land a fatal blow. Before that, Void was literally handling Thor with ease. Similarly, in his Deathseed Sentry form, he defeated Thor in a fight, with Sentry's punches felt across the world. Deathseed Sentry also lifted a celestial, Eternity, from Earth to outer space, showcasing immense strength. Merged Sentry, at his peak, single-handedly defeated the Avengers, including Thor and Captain Marvel. In this case, when we compare Superman's most powerful version, Cosmic Armor Superman, to Sentry's strongest forms, like Merged Sentry or Void, the answer is clear. No, Sentry wouldn't stand a chance. The reason is that Cosmic Armor Superman is a beyond multiversal being whose job is to protect the multiverse from different threats. Cosmic Armor Superman has virtually every power imaginable. He can manifest any power just by thinking about it. For example, he could easily defeat Merged Sentry or Void with a mere thought. Cosmic Armor. Superman has lifted entire limbo realms and multiple universes with his hands, a feat that surpasses Merged Sentry, whose abilities are only on a universal scale. In contrast, Cosmic Armor Superman operates on a multiversal level, making any comparison between the two moot. Therefore, Cosmic Armor Superman would easily defeat Merged Sentry. Now, I haven't included weaknesses like Kryptonite for Superman or antimatter for Sentry in this comparison, because it's obvious that neither Sentry has Kryptonite to kill Superman, nor does Superman possess antimatter or other weaknesses to be exploited by Sentry. In my opinion, Superman would defeat Sentry both times, largely due to his experience and power. However, it's also clear that Sentry has more abilities and newer powers compared to Superman, but he's still learning to control them. An experienced Superman would likely overpower Sentry. This is just my opinion. What do you think? Who is more powerful between these two? Let us know in the comments.